What's up, everybody? It's Chef Muttmeat. I'm gonna be reading this article about a bestiality arrest. Let's do this. As you can see, it's 8:44 in the AM, and I didn't wake up early. I actually haven't slept because I work freaking graveyard shifts and it takes me forever to unwind. But I think that's the perfect mindset to be going into reading an article like this, just being high off sleep deprivation. A New Hampshire man arrested for bestiality says he was just pretending to have sex with client's dog because she was spying on him with cameras. And of course, it being in the middle of the Yulin dog meat festival. Why does dog meat have to be limited to just the culinary field? People can enjoy dog meat in its various forms. So we're gonna get into such an individual. We have an updated story we published yesterday in 2022 about a New Hampshire man who was arrested for bestiality after getting caught on film having sex with other people's dogs from rover.com that he was paid to take care of. First, Robert Offenloch posted a Facebook group called Pets of the 603, which is the area code for New Hampshire, looking for a temporary home for his 140-pound mutt, since the terms of his release dictated that he will not be allowed around animals. This is the post he made. I need to find a temporary home for my dog ASAP. Does anyone know who'd be willing to help? It's through June 27th, and it would probably be for the best if she has as little interactions with other dogs as possible. Fenced-in yard would be ideal. I can provide bowls, food, leashes, and her favorite sex toy. I just want her to be as safe and happy as she's always been. She's 100 pounds and loves people. This mammoth dog loves people, which is a bit creepy when you hear that from a guy who was arrested for going to town on Poochie Coochie. People immediately realized it was the guy in the news and began to warn others about him. He attempted to defend himself and explain why this whole thing was one big misunderstanding. He writes, I never even made contact with the dog. That was the one thing I told the detectives that was actually true. The thing is, there has been so much personal headache and heartache over the past year or two that I've been planning suicide for quite some time, but ultimately decided that I wanted something less permanent. I don't really know how to go about doing that, but then I saw the camera on the very first day I went to the house. I had always chickened out, but when I saw the camera that was missing, and the entire layout of the kitchen was changed so they could reposition the camera to spy on my car when I had done nothing wrong, I just lost my head, and instead of telling her I didn't want to walk the dog anymore, like a normal response, I ended up giving her what she wanted to find in the first place. I had never considered sexual relations with any kind of animal before or since. So let me get this straight. First, he said he never had contact with the dog, even though he was caught on tape having sex with the dog. Then he claims he was suicidal, but wanted something less permanent than death, and didn't know how to go about doing that. He saw a camera at someone's house where he was watching their dog, and chickened out from doing something. Then the next time he was there, he noticed that the camera had been moved to spy on his car, which made him upset. However, instead of speaking to the client, he ended up giving her what she wanted to find in the first place. But prior to that, he had never considered sexual intercourse with an animal.
A few moments later.
Alrighty then. I'm still not quite sure what happened here, but my interpretation is that he was so offended by the fact that this woman didn't trust him and had cameras in her house to watch him that he decided to punish her by giving her what she wanted and having revenge sex with her dog purely out of spite. This is all so New Hampshire it hurts. Then he went on to explain that he didn't actually have sex with the dog, and that he faked the whole thing out of anger and depression, with the intent to make it look real. The problem was, he was way too good at recreating dog porn, and now the cops and the owner think he's a Fido fucker. I faked the whole thing out of anger and depression, with the intent to make it look so real, nobody would second guess anything. I didn't expect it would look that real, however. I had been struggling with mental health issues for some time, and after my friends continuously telling me to see someone, this incident made me finally take that step. I am very ashamed my inability to think clearly caused all of this to spiral the way it did. This woman's response was, which I think is the funniest part of the whole article, "So, you faked fucking a dog? And what exactly was that going to accomplish for you, other than make things way worse than whatever they already were? Glad you're getting help, but it sounds like you're in denial." I don't know what the truth is here, but I have a hard time believing the cops arrested him without seeing some penetration. Even if he's telling the truth, his stated intention was to make it look like he took the hound to Pound Town. And in that endeavor, he succeeded. If the guy really is suffering from mental health issues and is suicidal, I do feel bad for him. But that doesn't mean you have to take your depression out on a poor dog, especially if his motive was to punish the dog because her owner didn't trust him, which turned out to be a completely justifiable fear. If Mr. Muttslut would like to come on the live show this weekend to share his side of the story, he's more than welcome to message me on Facebook, at blank. And it looked like he never did, which is a shame. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe to see more videos like this one. See ya.